Last week, the NB Media Co-op reported that Anglophone East School District in Moncton had barred children of some international students from attending public school. Two nonprofits called for the Minister of Education to grant those children access to education in a letter. Hola New Brunswick and Moncton Cares said the international students had to pay tuition fees of approximately 16,500 Canadian dollars annually for a child to attend public school. That same week, Education Minister Dominic Cardy announced his resignation from the cabinet of Premier Blaine Higgs. He outlined the reasons for his departure in an open letter that slammed Higgs, comparing him to a dictator. It's unclear whether the issue involving international students was a factor. In a tweet, the NB Media Co-op asked Dominic Cardy if those children would be able to attend school. He said, the direction before I left was clear. Students in New Brunswick should be in school, full stop. The NB Media Co-op later learned the school district had invited parents to register their children for school. And this week, during a legislative committee meeting on accessibility, New Brunswick's child and youth advocate Kelly Lamrock said he planned to open an investigation into the matter. Here is what he had to say.
To do it, in fact, we are opening an investigation next week to why we had 52 children of international students attending career colleges who were denied school privileges for months. And that should not happen in New Brunswick. Children belong in school, and the law says they belong in school.
The Department of Education told the NB Media Co-op they were reviewing the matter. A spokesperson for the department said, we have been working directly with Whole Atlantic and school districts on providing free school privileges to school-aged children under the regulations of the Education Act. But a spokesperson for the Anglophone East District says they are following provincial guidelines. As for the investigation, the child and youth advocate says he will report back if and when he has findings to share, according to a spokesperson for his office. During this week's committee hearing, Lamrock also spoke about other accessibility issues, including those faced by autistic children or children considered disruptive.
We have recently provided a legal guidance letter to school districts. We are seeing a number of cases where districts are saying to children, well, you can come for part of the day. We can't take you in. Let's see if this child can come for an hour, but if they escalate and we can't handle them, then we're going to have to call the parent at work or we're going to have to send them home. I want to be clear, that is a violation of the Education Act and it's a violation of the Human Rights Act. The Education Act in Section 12 is absolutely clear. All children have a right to be in school when their peers are in school. If the school's open and kids are going, every child is receiving educational services. Now, if a child is disruptive or can't be adapted, even with supports in the regular classroom or the common learning environment, the school can provide an alternate setting.
In particular, he said issues include access to educational assistants, also called EAs.
In fact, over the years, there have been complaints. I knew of one case where a child with significant autism had the same worker for 3 years. One day they were just told, well, sorry, collective agreement, you've got to have a new one, they're going to have to adapt. There have been times that a EA has completed particular training targeted at children with nonverbal learning disabilities, and then it got switched to someone without the training and the child just waits while the EA gets it. There's even a case where somebody's parent had passed away and they had an EA they'd had for years and they were bumped and they asked, can we at least delay this for a couple of weeks, and the answer was no. There is a clause in the collective agreement that says when there is a delicate relationship, that means that it is in the child's best interest that they have continuity of an EA, and there are a number of conditions, like autism spectrum disorder, where continuity is important. Then the school, if there is expert opinion that the child needs that continuity, then you can override seniority. When we ask the Department of Education Early Childhood Development if it's been used, the answer is in 3 years they've used it 0 times. And right now we've asked them even quantify if they're even asking for opinions. I want to be clear on why that's a problem. You can't bargain away human rights.
For the NB Media Co-op, this is Arun Budhathoki.